Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Look, I already see what they're going with this, and I'm not sure if I agree with it or not. But this is the haves and the have-nots season. Well, we're calling it season 5, episode 17. Elevator. What was it? Elevator 7. Now it starts off with Veronica. Veronica, she goes and she decides, you know what? David, he wants to go and have a nice life. Well, guess what? You can't have a nice life if I'm not in it. And actually, I don't like you anymore. So I'm going to make sure that your life isn't all green gravy. She sits down with Erica and David. She's trying to go interject herself. David's over it. Erica's playing it cool, like, oh, this is fine. There's no problem. David's apologizing. He's trying to figure out, wait a minute, don't strangle her on this chick. Why is she still here? Why is she acting a plumb fool? Why is she calling Erica a hoe and all of this when she went in? But again, I'm going a little too deep. David, Veronica talked about how, oh Lord, your parents did a terrible job. I mean, look. So your parents raised you to be this? I wonder what they look like. I said, you need to stop, Veronica. You need to stop. But I said, Erica's the right one because I know something's going to pop off. I just know it. And then David says, you know what? We don't have time for this. So he gets Erica and they walk because Veronica also made it clear, I will make the biggest scene of the world if you put your hands on me. He said, don't worry about that. I don't want to touch you. They go into the elevator, she follows them, and then she decides that she makes the elevator stop. We're looking at her like, oh Lord, here we go. She's talking again about, how are you going to go and do this to me? How are you going to go and embarrass me like this? How are you going to go and treat me this way? They're like, first of all, I have a restraining order. Second of all, why is she so close to us? Third of all, why are we trapped in an elevator with her even though I have the restraining order on her? Erica's like, oh, restraining order, but she doesn't listen? No, see, I don't let a man tell me what to do. I looked at her like, you need to let someone tell you what to do, Veronica, because you're doing too much. Too much. But Erica was ready because Erica said, you know what, two can play at this game. Veronica, you're trying to make David look bad. And not only do you admit the infidelity with Benny, you take it one step further and say, oh, we're still doing it. So is that why you told Benny, well, I need my payment, sexual favors? This is all your rouge just to have power over these men? Over people, but especially over these men? Because I see you. I'm not blind to all this. Excuse me. You, in your weird way, try to uplift women, but also put them down at the same time if they're in your way. But when it comes to these men, you just don't like them. I've just come to the reality that you don't. And I would be okay with that if you weren't just so evil about it. But again, they're trapped in the elevator. David's like, oh my gosh. She's like, I'll scream if you go and do this to me, if you even touch me. Erica said, I had about enough time, but for this, she knocked that camera sideways. Veronica looked at her and told her, wait a minute. You really think that I can't prove that I got this injury after you went and switched the camera angle? Injury? I'm not going to hit you. What do you mean? I just want to go and piss you off. How are you going to do that? She takes David. She goes and rubs up on him. This is Erica. Then she kisses him. David's like, no, stop. As he continues to do, I say, yeah, David. You want to play this game? You want to play games today. And you got the right one. Erica still being called a hoe by Veronica and a trollop. And she, in her mind, because Veronica saw red, she looked at her like, you better get away from my dude. Took her. Yanked her hair. And then the fight was on. I looked at this like, Erica, if you don't ever do anything decent on this show, you better give it to Veronica and give it to her good. This is the one time I want to see a girl. Oh, this isn't a girl fight. A woman fight. This is the one time. Erica, you better not. David, get out the way. Boy, get the way. Let them go. Let your wife get a little mangled a little bit. It's okay. This is what we've been waiting for. But then Veronica kind of having the upper hand, and Erica kind of having the upper hand. David's in the middle refereeing the whole thing. I'm looking at him like, David, you're ruining this for me. Erica wants to go. Veronica's still crazy though, because Erica's not crazy. Veronica's crazy, and you know crazy usually wins. So I said, maybe it was for the best that it was in the middle. But then we get this whole thing of David restraining Veronica, and I said, yeah, throw her. This is the one woman I want you to see a man to throw against something. Throw her against that wall. Yeah, just make her a little shook. There's wrong be a little shook. Next thing we know, they're like, oh, excuse me, is there something going on? Is there a problem? Yeah, the elevator's stuck. Oh, we'll get that fixed shortly. Okay, thank you. Veronica had that evil look in her eye. Next thing we know, she's like, oh my god, someone help me. Someone help. Oh, wait, they can't hear me? Press the button. Oh my god, someone help me. It's security. They're beating me. They're beating me. And I was so, Veronica, you of all people, screaming, oh, I'm being abused. You really are the definition of trash, aren't you? You as this empowered woman screaming abuse. That pissed me off to a whole nother level. So then the doors open and then they go running because they don't have a choice. It's gonna look bad. The camera was already flipped. Now Veronica's saying that she's being abused. This big security guard, he finally comes and he's like, wait, ma'am, do you want me to call the cops? Is everything okay? And she had that look of, I needed you like 30 seconds ago. I'm good. And then walks with a stink. Veronica. You need an eyewitness, and there was no eyewitness, so then you decide, oh, forget this. I'm going to go and do something else. Next thing we know, we see Landon. Oh, exactly. And Landon, he's trying to say something to Charles without saying it. He's nitpicking Charles' way of delivering his speech. And because he's doing that, he's like, Charles looks at him and says, do we need to talk? Yeah. In private? Okay, clear the room. Thank you. What's good? And then Landon proceeds to tell him how, oh, you know that woman that you were talking to yesterday? Yeah, Candace. Did you have sex with her? Why is that your business? Well, I just need to know because, I'm your PR person. Yeah, I did. And, well, she's bad news. Why is she bad news? This is what she does. What does she do? She goes and she gets the money from the rich men's. She blackmails them. She is an escort. She blackmails. And I don't know, you don't need to know that I got caught up in something myself. But what you do need to know is that she's no good. She's bad for your brand. She's bad for your image. Landon kept asking him question after question after question. I got annoyed instantly. I looked at him like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. I see that you're trying to do your job. Charles said, I didn't even hire you. I didn't even hire you, and you're doing all this? How about this? How about this? You go and, yeah, that woman next door, I like her. I want you to groom her. What? Yeah. Pick clothes out that she should wear. Have her attend all of the major meetings. Wait, but look. Okay, I need to show you something. So you see this? You see this tablet right here? Yeah. She is an escort. She's an escort, and you need to distance yourself from that. Do I? Yes, yeah, you do. Of course you do. Nah, that's all right. I know who she is. I know she's done. Yeah, she's wanted for murder. Yeah, I know that too. And I need you to scrub all of that. Hello, you're good with the internets, right? Yeah, go and use it. Scrub that. Do you want Chucky to come out? No, I guess not. And Landon, you're here to do a job. I didn't hire you. One of my dudes hired you, which means that you can be fired. Don't worry about it. I want you to go and work with her. Work with her? What? Work? I need you to do this. There is no discussion. You got it? Okay. Yeah, I got it. But are you sure? So then he goes. Landon, I get that he was doing his job and trying to protect Charles, but Landon was annoying me. Part one. Then part two, he goes and calls the cops and says, I know where Candace Young is. She's at so-and-so, the Artesian Hotel, and she's in room 3, whatever. And then hung up. So now we have to keep this in mind that the cops are most likely going to eventually make their way to the hotel. You know, it takes them like 10 episodes. So we may not see that until a couple episodes from now. Who knows? Maybe Charles could be on it and stop them from getting her. But I looked at this like, wait a minute, are we about to have a subplot line of Candace not only getting away with all this foolishness, Charles bringing her in? Charles likes her so much that he wants to make her his unofficial wife. Because that's what it sounds like. He wants to make her his unofficial wife, and he wants to be able to have full access. Oh, that sounds gross. And have sex with her all he wants to have her around all he wants, and even put a ring on it. He wants to rehabilitate her image. But we'll see what happens, because like I said, Lennon called the Popo. Part of me said, oh God, finally. And only because I thought about it and realized she's finally going to find out her son is dead. Like, that's the only way this is going to happen, at the police station. Or she's going to be removed before that even happens. That could happen as well. Now we get to Wyatt. We didn't ask for this scene. Why? I told you last season, if we do this redemption mess for Wyatt, I'm going to be pissed. So not only do we bring him back, now he's with Anna. And we already see that there's going to be a love interest budding there. We see it. Anna, apparently she was a drug addict as well. She was an addict for 10 years. Ever since she was 16. I said, dang, so she's at least 20. She's at least maybe closer to 30, if not 30, because I would hope that they wouldn't have her go and be someone's sponsor unless she had some time under her belt. Now, the interesting thing about that is her parents were drug addicts, and when she was 16, first they started her off with Ritalin or something of the sorts, and then she went to the hard stuff. Then she went to crystal meth. Straight to crystal meth. I looked at her like, crystal meth? Anna? And she left home, and she eventually met the doctor who came to help Wyatt, when he not relapsed, but he was going through withdrawal. And she said that he's a miracle worker. He found her when she was working at one of the group homes that she was staying in. And I just said, oh, this is great. This is cool, whatever. And then Wyatt talks about how, he almost died because he had an overdose and it really scared him. So he's trying. And all of that is great. It's really great. It's just so wonderful. I just don't care. I don't. So moving on from that. David, I'll believe when I see it. David, he is, I'm sorry, not David. You know what? The ending pissed me off so much that it threw me off for the rest of the episode. I mean, to do this review, because we'll keep going. Jim, he's trying to talk to Mama Rose, and Mama Rose says, I don't care what you've done for me. I've done stuff for you as well, right? Remember, for example, with the whole cleaning up Jennifer, the DA's body and all of that. Yeah, but you need to give me some more time with this Quincy Jr. mess. No, your time is up. I'm going to do whatever I want. And look, Jim, I'm not going to kill you. So that should give you enough solace. That it really should, because I really could have done anything I wanted to. And I'm not going to mess with you yet. But you keep butting in and we'll see what happens. Hannah makes her way down to the police station, and she sees the woman who she originally told that woman about Candace, and saying, oh, I think my daughter that went and killed that mess. Yes, so her. She was at the front desk. And then Justin comes over to tell her not only is Benny in jail there, one for the murder of Quincy Jr., but also the Secret Service is speaking to your son right now. Excuse me, what? Yeah, I don't know the details, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Wait, can I at least see him? I'm thinking, Hannah, oh my God, I love you. I know you're going through so much, but baby, they're speaking to him right now. You can't see him. You can't see him. And then she said, okay. Justin said, you need to get you a lawyer. I need to get you a lawyer fast because this, I've never seen anything like this before. Now remember, Justin's kind of in on all of this, and Han doesn't really know it yet. So Justin's really trying to help out without putting himself out there too much. Hannah calls Catherine and tells her that Benny's in jail and that it's even like the Secret Service is after him. I talked to him. We need lawyer representation now. Catherine said, no, I got it. Dude's in court right now, but I'll get him as soon as that's over, and I'm coming down there to support you. I said, Catherine, good friend. Now, Agent Davis is talking to Benny, and Benny's trying to figure out, I didn't do anything. I didn't threaten anybody. I didn't kill anyone. Not only did I kill anyone, I'm not a threat to some presidential candidate. Why are you guys after me? This doesn't make any sense. Now, did you guys notice when he said smoke? I looked at him like, I get it that it's a way to go and calm someone down and get more information out of them, but I was trying to see if he was trying to get Benny's DNA, because they want DNA. And you know they can be crafty at getting what they want. But Benny's just staying true to his story, but he says he needs to talk to his mom, and because he knows his mom must be wondering what's going on. David said, your mom's outside. Your mom's outside. And it's like, wait, really? Yeah. How long? I don't know. Well, I need to call her. I can't do that. No, I really do. You don't understand how bad things are right now. I really do. Agent Davis has a heart. Gave Benny his phone. I'm thinking, Benny, you just put your fingerprints on there. Benny, you just have your DNA on there. That's how my mind thinks. That's how my mind goes. But then the agent, Benny goes, makes a call. He's like, oh, the reception in here is terrible. Now, we hear that it goes to Hannah's voicemail. So I'm thinking, Hannah, you just talked to Catherine. Was it like 30 degrees separation where you're on the same time as with Catherine when Benny's trying to call? Is that why you didn't pick up? Is that what happened? Even though your phone should have alerted you? Okay, so let's pretend that made sense. And then we move on to he does a second call. Agent Davis wants his phone back. He's like, oh, wait, one more. Thank you. You're the bestest. You're the bestest. All right, I have to make one more call. He calls Mitch. Mitch, you need to go and get my mom. She's here. She's here at the, I almost said the club. At the, what is it called? The police department. You need to get her now. Now. Oh, Benny, I'll do that eventually. What do you mean eventually? So things are kind of rough here. Mama Rose kind of has been bugging out ever since that whole fiasco regarding me getting shot at. So I know something's going down tonight. What? I don't know. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to figure out what it is. So once I get more information, I'll go down and get your mom. You sure? Yeah. Okay, thanks. And then he gives the phone back. He's like, wait, one more call. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. I don't know why, but that part made me giggle to no end. Again, it is weird, though, because he's saying, you're free to go, but you can't go. I looked at him like, how am I free to go, but I can't go? Why am I still here, then? Who did I threaten? That makes no sense. Who could I possibly be a threat to? And then that's when I realized, oh my God. I know that this has to do with Charles, but they're holding Benny in there because they need a scapegoat. Charles, right now, he wants Candace. And in order to cover Candace, he's going to have to offer someone else for the murder and all the other mess. So why not her brother? What if he goes and pins the whole thing? What if he makes it seem like, oh, Benny was pimping out his sister, or oh, Benny killed her sister's ex-baby daddy? Who knows? It could mean anything. You know what else could be anything? Erica goes, she had sex with David. David passed out. Erica waited until he fell asleep, went into the hotel bathroom, called Candace. So was trying to figure out what Candace's room number was. Candace finally realized something's not right here and didn't give it up. And so it's like, oh, well, I'm with someone right now, and I changed my room day to day. Why do you need to know? Because in here with David, and I wanted to go and fill you in on what happened. So what happened? Well, crazy Veronica. What do you mean crazy Veronica? We had a fight, and I held my own. I wanted to really scrap and get her, but look, the timing wasn't right. Candace said, look, that woman is on a whole nother level. Don't ever play yourself. That woman's on a whole nother level. Yeah? If you ever do something that foolish again. Actually, wait a minute. You said David is sleeping in the... Are you stupid? Why would you go and be talking to me about this on the phone when David's in earshot? Oh no, he's asleep, I'm sure of it. You can't be sure of anything. Hang up the phone. Don't worry about my room number or anything. Don't worry about coming to see me. Hang up the phone right now. Stop it. So Erica hangs it up. She looks. David is still asleep as far as she knows. And no, I think he really was still asleep. But still, you never really know. And that's the end of that. Wyatt again. Now that he... No, we're not Wyatt yet. Yeah, we are at Wyatt. So Wyatt again. They're playing goldfish, him and Anna, and Wyatt he's one of those people where he has many addictions. Since he can't get access to drugs, Anna realizes that he wants sex. He kind of puts it out there that she looks good, and was like, oh, well, you know, if you with it. And he was like, what, you don't think I look good? She was like, no, I think you're attractive. Definitely. Thinking, oh, Lord, here we go. But she said, no, why don't we work out? Work out? What is working? What? No. Why don't we go for a walk? Ugh, it's okay. We can just play cards. And that's the thing. Anna acknowledges the fact that she had to stay strong, figure out something else, what to do when she purposely overdosed. Unlike Wyatt, she purposely overdosed, and then when she was brought back, she was so terrified of dying again, that's what stopped her. And then the other part was her life actually got better after that. And I said, oh, okay. This is so nice that they're really trying to clean up his image, but I just don't care. At least not right now, especially since, remember, Oscar went and talked to Anna, so I don't know if Oscar pretended to be Wyatt's friend to try and get information. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure. We still have to watch her. Now, Jeffrey, he sees Landon at the bar. I said, Jeffrey, just go. Landon is drunk. She's trying to get Jeffrey to drink. Landon's doing shots, hitting on Jeffrey, talking about something about urination and sperm and all this stuff. And I looked at... Oh, Landon is so pushy and so needy. He's talking about, oh, Jeffrey, how he wants him some Jeffrey, how Jeffrey was the best he ever had. And, oh, now you're more experienced? Oh, great. And then they get into the elevator, and Landon was still pushing up on Jeffrey. I did this like, this is sexual abuse. This is rape. Go away from me. Get away. No, move. Go. Jeffrey, he resisted the disgustingness and the sloppiness of it all because Landon was just so... It's like, dude, back off. No. Damn. Mama Rose was saying she wasn't playing. Now, remember, I told you that she has Jennifer's body. Well, not anymore. She dumped it off at the police department with a letter that is Jennifer Salas. And the Criers did it. I said, oh my God. That was a note that she left. What? Really? Really? And the episode ends with Jeffrey trying to go into his room, Landon trying to follow, and guess who's in the room? Justin. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. I hope I was as entertaining as I could have possibly been for the shenanigans.